There are cars that fit into a category, and then there are cars that create one. The 2026 Lexus UX 400 doesn't ask where it belongs, it decides. This is the moment Lexus stopped building crossovers and started writing character studies in motion. The UX 400 stands not as a smaller SUV. It stands as the soul of Lexus distilled, compressed, recharged, and unleashed for a new generation that demands serenity to meet speed, sustainability to meet strength. It makes its entrance in obsidian blue-black gloss, the kind of color that feels wet even under hard sunlight. The surface looks liquid. Light bends around the body like it's trying to keep up. The front face is unmistakable. Lexus's evolved spindle grille, now more sculptural than ever, integrated entirely into the body lines. It doesn't protrude, it grows out of the form like an organic structure. Flanking it, L-shaped lead blades stretch into the fenders, each lamp sharp enough to cut the horizon. The stance is pure tension. Wide shoulders, pronounced wheel arches, and sloping doors sculpted with Japanese precision. They create a sense of motion even before ignition. In profile, the proportions whisper performance rather than utility. The hood is longer and slightly lowered. The rear quarters are lifted just enough to hint at hidden energy. Sitting on 22-inch hybrid forged wheels in graphite chrome, the UX 400 looks both elegant and unshakable. At the rear, Lexus designers deliver finality with poise. A single light bar connects the taillamps, drawn through razor geometry. When illuminated, it glows like a heartbeat floating in still air, subtle yet haunting. The tailgate curves inward like a folded kimono, sleek, deliberate, adorned only with the shadowed Lexus emblem and minimalist UX 400 type. The dual exhausts are hidden in a blacked-out diffuser, substituting aggression for grace. It's not loud, it's confident silence. Then the doors open, and the world loses its volume. The interior doesn't simply welcome you, it centers you. The cabin design is a masterclass in Takumi craftsmanship layered with future technology. White semi-aniline leather folds over midnight blue accents. The surfaces are stitched in a diamond pattern so symmetrical it looks algorithmic. The seats cradle, they don't just support. Ventilated, climate adaptive, and micro-responsive to heart rate and temperature. The moment you sit, the car calibrates posture and inflates subtle bolsters behind you, aligning spine and hips automatically. Lexus calls it Omo-Tanashi balance. The rest of the automotive world calls it witchcraft. Around you, materials breathe. The dashboard flows into the doors in an unbroken loop of carbon fiber and brushed alloy. The lighting, the famous Lexus ambient glow, no longer shifts colors randomly. Now it synchronizes to motion and sound. On night drives, the cabin becomes a lightscape. Soft azure for urban calm, deep violet for highway rhythm, clear white when the drive turns spirited, front and center. A 14-inch OLED display framed in chrome, floating above a tactile control bar. On the right, a digital instrument cluster reshapes itself depending on focus, hybrid output, navigation, or driver biometrics. Swipe left, and it reveals Zen mode, where everything fades except for speed, range, and minimalist sound cues. Touch surfaces respond through subtle vibration. A gentle brush sends commands faster than words. But it's how this machine moves that feels almost emotional. Under the skin lies Lexus's newest hybrid system, a 2.5-liter twin-charged inline-4, fused with twin high-density electric motors and a solid-state battery. Together they deliver 420 horsepower, more than enough, but it's the manner, not the number, that astonishes. 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, seamless. There's no gear change, no lag, just continuous thrust. It doesn't launch, it glides upward, pulling you through soundless urgency. The hybrid logic reads more like intuition than code. Throttle response adjusts to your breathing rhythm. Brake regeneration senses weight transfer and adjusts drag force ahead of your foot. Even on uneven terrain, the active suspension predicts dips from LiDAR scans, adjusting 60 times per second. The UX balance remains unshakable. City to mountain, smooth to gravel. It feels like the SUV version of meditation. Alert, grounded, invincible. Switch to E-Serenity mode, and it moves solely on electric power, 50 miles of pure consciousness. The cabin grows so quiet, the only sound left is air itself, brushing the sculpted mirrors shaped like origami blades. Tap Sport S Plus and the twin turbos open up. The exhaust note returns, not loud but orchestral. Bass lines harmonized with electric whine, its performance refined, not reckless. Every motion feels like a restrained bow before release. Technology leads invisibly from every edge. The new Lexus Sense X platform uses array LiDAR, radar, and infrared to monitor 360 degrees around you, not just for danger, but for intent. If a cyclist glances into your path, the system predicts their motion. If the car ahead slows abruptly, the UX 400 already knows. You never feel robbed of control. You feel guided, protected, emboldened. Passengers ride in serenity. The rear seats recline further than expected, cushioned in quilted leather that mirrors front luxury. Sound isolation reaches new heights, each door lined with active noise sensors, cancelling external frequencies independently. Behind, a compact cargo bay trimmed in suede confirms Lexus didn't sacrifice style for space. It perfected both. At night, when the UX 400 sits under streetlights, its metallic blue-black skin transforms. Every line catches light differently. The shape becomes chiaroscuro, a sculpture of precision and patience. Pedestrians stop, not because it's ostentatious, but because it radiates intellect. Driving it feels like an awakening. Not adrenaline, not fear, something more centered. The steering is surprisingly organic for an electric system, responsive and tactile. Every corner unfolds like choreography. Every straight line feels like slow breathing. You find yourself not pushing it to perform, but matching its rhythm as if each mile were a conversation. When you arrive and the power winds down, the UX 400 exhales a soft tone, ambient lights fade, and the screens display a simple message: arigato, not automation, appreciation. This is the Lexus covenant, to build machines that move body and mind together. The 2026 Lexus UX 400 is the next embodiment of that belief. Compact yet monumental, efficient yet emotional. A car that doesn't just take you through the world, it teaches you how to move within it. This isn't luxury chasing attention, it's balance engineered, and somehow, it feels alive.